150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
Welcome you to the newly renovated R.A. Faginal Hall on the campus of Elmhurst University. We bring you Blue Jay basketball. Tonight, Elmhurst hosts the Firebirds of Carthage. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Kruger, and let's right now go down to our public address announcer for the introduction of tonight's starting lineups. Here is Bruce Hill.
And tonight's contest with a record of 4-5. And now the starting lineup for your Elmhurst University Blue Jays. 6-foot senior, sophomore, number 2, Johnson. 6'3", senior, number 10, Dominic Pinto. 6'6", sophomore, number 15, Jonathan Zapinski. 6'5", senior, number 28, Ryan Thomas. And 6'4", senior, number 24, James Militello. Which is a 6-foot John Baines, assisted by Dave White.
So there you have the starting lineups. John Baines, the head coach of Elmhurst University. He will have 3 seniors and 2 sophomores in the starting lineup. Dom Jinko, Levon Thomas, Jay Militello, the 3 seniors and the 2 sophomores, Jonathan Zapinski and Ocean Johnson in the starting lineup. Meanwhile, for Carthage, head coach Steve Jurakovic in his first year as the head coach, taking over for his dad, Bosco, longtime college coach at Carthage. Bosco is also the head coach at North Park. He's also the head baseball coach for the North Park Vikings as well. 3 seniors in his starting lineup: TJ Best, Josh Washburn, Sean Johnson, Garrett Horner is a freshman, and Philip Balatovich, the leading scorer for the Firebirds. He is a sophomore, averaging over 22 points per game. Opening tip controlled by the Firebirds. And we are off and running here in Elmhurst. Glad to have you along. CCIW battle. Opening shot is missed. Rebound pulled down by Jay Militello. The Blue Jays come into this game with a record of 5-1. They lost their season opener as Johnson's 3 is off the mark. Loose ball picked up by the Firebirds. They lost their season opener, Elmhurst did, here against Carroll. 72-70. Since then, the Blue Jays have rattled off 5 straight wins as Johnson goes up strong and leaves it a little bit short. Another rebound to Jay Militello. Top is Janko as they work it around. Down to Thomas. Levon steps back and misses that shot. Tough matchup there. Levon Thomas has the 6'11", Sean Johnson. It Inside to Johnson. Trying to get off a shot. Good defense there by Thomas. They do get it to Sean, who puts it in off the glass. So Sean Johnson has the first field goal of the game, the 6'11 senior. He's averaging 12.6 points per game and 8.6 rebounds per game, the senior from Notre Dame College Prep. Ocean Johnson from the top of the key, back of the iron, no good. Tapped up by Washburn, and he gets his own tip. Meanwhile, this Carthage team 4-5 on the year. They're coming off of a road victory on Saturday as they beat the Cardinals of North Central College in Naperville, Gregory Arena. Final in that ball game was 71-68, a three-point win for the Firebirds as Jinko hits the shot to tie the game up. That win on Saturday for Carthage snapped a four-game losing streak. Back-to-back games with these two teams as that shot missed by Johnson. Offensive rebound by Washburn, and the Firebirds will get a new look. Three ball by Horner is off. Thomas got the rebound ahead to Jinko. Dominic bounce passes it to Jay. Militello with the left-handed shot is off the mark. As I mentioned, back-to-back games with these two. Oh, nice driving effort there by Philip Balatovich. Balatovich, sophomore from Maine South High School, former Hawk. Back-to-back games with these two teams as that triple is good by Jay Militello. Two teams will be up in Kenosha on Saturday afternoon. That'll be a 2 o'clock tip-off. By the way, the two women's clubs, Elmhurst and Carthage, are playing tonight up in Kenosha. And we will bring you updates of the women's game. Shot by Johnson is off. Sapinski got the rebound. Should mention, Levon Thomas tried to whip it inside to Zapinski, went off the backboard, and finally into the hands of Philip Balatovich. The Blue Jays, there's a triple attempt by Washburn, and he hits. Josh Washburn buries the triple, and John Baines wants to talk things over. It is a 30-second timeout taken by the Blue Jays. 16:20 to go here in this first half. It's 7-5 in favor of Carthage. And I told myself that I would not say the Carthage Redmen tonight. Of course, they were the Carthage Redmen last year, but they changed the nickname this year to the Firebirds. Last year, Carthage finished 15-11 overall. 7-9 in the CCIW. That was good for 6th place. The Blue Jays, an incredible season, 25-5 last year. They finished tied for 3rd in the CCIW, 11-5, but they won the conference tournament. They also won their first 2 NCAA tournament games. They were going to play the Sweet 16 round here at R.A. Faginal Hall, but because of COVID-19, the rest of the season got canceled, unfortunately. No fans allowed here in R.A. Faginal Hall. Nice jumper there by Jay Militello. Jay with 5 of the 7 Blue Jays points, and we're tied at 7. Ibrahim Job is ready to check in for the Blue Jays. Fade away by Washburn is good. The southpaw with his second field goal as he got the fade away to go. Washburn averaging over 13 points per game. Firebirds with 3 players averaging over double figures. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays have 4 players averaging double figures. Ocean Johnson averaging 12. Jinko 13.8 points per game. Speaking of Johnson, beautiful move to the left hand. Ocean's first field goal of the game. Levon Thomas averaging over 10 a game, and Jay Militello averaging over 13 points per game. So balanced scoring for both of these two ball clubs. The Blue Jays averaging nearly 80 points per game this season. Left baseline shot is off the mark by Johnson. Zapinski got the rebound. Carthage averaging 68.3 points per contest this season. We're tied at 9. Jinko's perimeter shot is off, but Militello got the rebound, new 20 seconds on the shot clock. Talking to Coach Baines briefly before this ball game, I asked him about Tuesday night as Johnson's reverse, no good. Zapinski tried to keep it alive. The Blue Jays went up to Rock Island and knocked off a very good Augustana team. The final in that one was 89-73. It was the highest offensive output of the season for the Blue Jays, and that shot from the perimeter is good by the freshman Garrett Horner. Coach Baines saying that his club played really well. He thinks that they are gelling right now and playing their best basketball. And I tell you what, Coach Baines, in my opinion, has done one of his best coaching jobs this year, because his starting guards of last year's 25-win season, Jake Rohde is out for the year. Nick Perry is perhaps maybe back for the CCIW conference tournament. Both of those guards out with leg injuries. Wes Hooker comes into the game along with Job for the Blue Jays. For the Firebirds, Kyle Pierce comes into the game, 6'4" senior from Ada, Michigan. John Baines, his assistants. Peyton Wyatt, his two volunteer assistant coaches, John Chang and Tyler Pierce. 2-point lead here for the Firebirds. Zapinski with 5 on the shot clock, lets it go from the top of the key. Loose ball, Job got it, and the Blue Jays will have another opportunity here as Jay will back it up a bit. Militello stops at the elbow. Zapinski, the half hook shot is good. So Jonathan Zapinski and all 5 starters have scored for the Blue Jays except for Levon Thomas. We're tied at 11. Washburn elevates for the 3. That one is no good. Hooker comes away with the rebound. Shot from the far side is off the mark by Bryce Drews, the junior. Blue Jays man-to-man defensively. Job guarding Nemi Ostic, who's into the game. Nice left-handed lay-in that time by TJ Best. The senior averaging over 7 points per game. Arlington Heights product, went to Wheeling High School. That gives the Firebirds a 2-point lead here, 13-11. Top of the key, Hooker. Couldn't get the roll, but Militello got the long rebound. He'll put up the shot and hit. Second 3-ball of the game for Jay Militello. He's got 8 points and a timeout taken by the Firebirds, a 30-second timeout taken by young Steve Jurakovic. Well, Jay Militello, third week of February, he was named the CCIW Player of the Week. And our congratulations to Jay. During that week at North Park, in that 80-68 win, Jay had a career high 23 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Then on Thursday, February 18th, the very next night, in Decatur, Jay had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And then in that 2-point win here at home against Milliken, he had a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals in that win. So Jay Militello, CCIW Player of the Week honors. Congratulations to him as he continues his fine play. He's got 8 points here so far in the first half of this game. That 3-ball is off the mark. Job got the rebound. 1-point lead for the Blue Jays here as we approach the 11-minute mark of this fast-paced first half here. We're glad you logged on to Blue Jay Basketball Elmhurst trying to extend its winning streak as Wes Hooker hits the three. (17-13). The lead is 4. Oh, Joe came over for the block, but they're going to call a foul. Filip Balatovich is going to come to the line. First trip to either team to the foul line. You see Balatovich go baseline. Oh, they're giving it to Jonathan Zapinski. Okay. Zapinski and Job were both there. Both created a little bit of contact. So Balatovich will shoot a couple free throws here. He's got the first one. He's only a 54% free throw shooter. Showed pretty good form on that first free throw. Garrett Horner is back into the game. Also, Sean Johnson returns for Steve Jurakovic. Boy, both of these head coaches had outstanding college basketball careers. As Balatovich hits the 2 free throws. Boy, how could he be a 54% free throw shooter? Boy, that 17-15. Hooker steps back, takes another 3 ball. A little too strong. Carthage comes away with it. John Baines had a tremendous career at Illinois Wesleyan University. In his 4 years with the Titans, his 4 seasons, 103 wins and 14 losses for John Baines. Ahead to Hooker, bounce pass, bringing it back to Wes. Oh, had it blocked. Job with a follow though. Good hustle by Ibrahim Job with the follow putback, and the Blue Jays lead it by 4. Of course, Coach Baines won a national championship as well with Illinois Wesleyan, and then Steve Jurakovic, a tremendous season with Carthage. How about this? 2,547 career points for Steve. So we see the foul there on Bryce Drews. And for Bryce, his first. Steve Jurakovic, by the way, the all-time leading scorer, 2011 graduate of Carthage. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, the son of Bosco Jurakovic, former head coach at Carthage and at North Park, as the Firebirds turn that one over. Blue Jays 8 of 21 to start the game, 38%. Meanwhile, the Firebirds 6 of 15 for 40% shooting so far, as that one missed by Jinko. Just a little more than halfway through the first half. Balatovich has it partially blocked by Bryce Drews. Good timing there by Bryce. Now he dribbles here the front court. Drews takes it all the way. Kept his pivot foot out to Hooker. Hooker for 3, a little too strong. Rebound to Balatovich. But the Blue Jays get it back. Jinko with a beautiful pass to Wes Hooker. Hooker with his second field goal. Beautiful assist by Dom Jinko, as the Blue Jays playing a very good team game here as they lead it by 6, 21-15, as you look inside the huddle of Steve Jurakovic. Blue Jays out rebounding the Firebirds in this game, 15-11. That, in my opinion, is going to be the key to this game. If the Blue Jays can out-rebound the Firebirds, I think they're going to be in good shape here. By the way, your 3 officials: Sean Stapinski, Bobby Mazalewski, and Tom Warwick. Your 3 officials. I was talking to the officials. Tom was telling me that he was a former opponent of mine going back to my high school years, and I played my high school basketball at Downers Grove South. As that 3 ball is good by Kyle Sirac, as he buries the 3. Tom Warwick played his high school basketball at Hinsdale South, so my Downer South Mustangs and Hinsdale South. We had quite the battle going back in the day. Levon Thomas scores down low. So all 5 starters have scored for both ball clubs. And it's 23-18. As we get on over the years, it's very, very hard to find an opponent you played against back in high school. So it was great to talk to Tom Warwick before the ball game. There you see the loose ball, and good effort by both teams getting after it. And possession arrow favors the Blue Jays here. Should mention, talking to Coach Baines before the ball game, Hunter Merritt will be out of service for the Blue Jays tonight, as he tweaked his ankle on Tuesday night in that win against Augustana up in Rock Island. So the Blue Jays will be a little short-handed coming off the bench here tonight. But a good start. Elmhurst leads 23-18. We're at the 8-minute mark of this first half, and on the drive by Jinko, it's a steal. Horner will spot up for the triple. That's no good. Jinko tried to save it, but it's going to go out of bounds to the Firebirds. Well, looking at the CCIW standings, and again, all teams in the CCIW, they did not have a non-conference schedule. As that 3-ball in the left corner is good by Luke Barrich, as Barrich was left wide open, and he buries the triple, and Coach Baines was not happy as nobody closed out on Barrich as he buries the triple. The third 3-ball for the Firebirds, and now Carthage is within 2, 23-21. Timeout taken by the Blue Jays. A full timeout here with 7:50 remaining here in this first half. The Wheaton Thunder undefeated at 9-0. Illinois Wesleyan also undefeated. The Titans only played 4 games. These Blue Jays 5-1. Augustana 5-3. As I mentioned, this Carthage team 4-5. Carroll 3-6. North Park 2-10. And Milliken 1-9 on the season. Other action tonight in the CCIW. You've got Milliken at Illinois Wesleyan. Augustana at Carroll. And a big one, boy, can the Cardinals of North Central give Wheaton its first loss of the season? North Central is at Wheaton tonight. At the end of one, up in Kenosha, Tethany Carrillo's women's Blue Jays team leading Carthage 22-14. That's the women's game going on up in Kenosha at the end of one. Of course, on the women's side, 4 10-minute quarters. Here on the men's side, 2 20-minute halves. Levon Thomas going to work down low, drops it off to Militello, whose shot was blocked. And Jay is going to commit a foul as he went over the back of Washburn. And for Jay, that's his first. As you see his momentum, he really didn't even see Josh, and he just kind of ran into him and got called for the foul. 23-21, a chance now for the Firebirds to tie it up or take the lead on a triple here. Good ball game. We're glad you're logged on to BlueJayTV.com for the lead. Yes. Josh Washburn, the senior, buries his second from downtown, and the Firebirds lead by 1, 24-23. This is the third game at home for the Blue Jays. They are 1-1 here on their home floor. I mentioned their season opening loss against Carroll University. They lost by 2. 72-70 as Militello going to the reverse. Nicely done. Jay already in double figures with 10. And then the other home game here was this past Saturday against the Big Blue of Milliken. And that was also a 2-point difference as the Blue Jays won that game by 2. 81-79. The three ball is off by Washburn. So the Blue Jays lost by 2 and won by 2 here at beautiful R.A. Fagnall Hall. Sapinski backing in, up top, wide open, Ocean Johnson, and he buries the 3. So Ocean Johnson is the 3rd different Blue Jay to hit from downtown. Hooker, Militello, and now Ocean Johnson, each with a 3 ball. Militello has a couple of 3s. Well, speaking of 3s, that triple is good by Luke Barrich. And for Luke, that's his 2nd from downtown as the Firebirds are within 1. 28-27 and a rare turnover, a travel violation. Only 3 turnovers so far for the Blue Jays, 5 turnovers for the Firebirds. Washburn guarded by Militello. Here's Balatovich. Backing in on Zapinski. Balatovich blocked by Jonathan, and on a second effort, a held ball. And the possession arrow favors the Firebirds here. Good defense by Jonathan Zapinski. There's the block. And the official calls a held ball here. So 8 to shoot for the Firebirds. Inside there to the big guy Johnson, who puts it in. Yeah, that's a tough matchup as Sean Johnson at 6'11" with his 2nd field goal. As we seesaw back and forth, Firebirds lead it by 1 as Jay Militello hits another 3. 3rd triple of the game for Jay. He's got 13, the leading scorer so far tonight. Blue Jays up by 2. Boy, Jay Militello, he has worked so hard on his game. Air ball, and going to the reverse is Garrett Horner. So Garrett, the freshman, his 2nd field goal as we are tied at 31. Jay Militello, a Fenwick product, earned a baseball scholarship. Division II Lewis University, transferred over here to Elmhurst and came off the bench his freshman year. He missed the 3 there, but really worked hard as a captain now and a starter his senior year. And a whistle, and what's the call here? They're walking to the other end, so perhaps an offensive foul here. Foul is on Sean Johnson. It is on Carthage. That's Johnson's first personal, and it's the first team foul of the half. The Blue Jays with 3 team fouls. Joe back in, Wes Hooker in the game as well. Johnson, Hooker, Zapinski, Bryce Drews, and Job. Bryce Drews from the corner. Job, rebound. He put it down on the floor and got it knocked away, but it looks like it's going to be a reach-in foul against the Firebirds. It is indeed. It's going to be on Josh Washburn. His first, 2nd team foul. Ibrahim Job is to the line for the first time tonight. Back of the iron, no good. First trip to the foul line for anybody from the Blue Jays. Ibrahim will have one more. Of course, his first love was soccer, as he transitioned nicely from soccer to college basketball. Goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line there, and that breaks the tie. Inside to Johnson, and he lays it in. Johnson now with 6 as we seesaw back and forth. 33-32, the Firebirds lead by 1. Hook shot is good by Jonathan Zapinski. Zapinski, a 6'6" sophomore from South Lake, Texas. Top of the key, that triple is good. Garrett Horner hits the three. Carthage by 2, 36-34. Shot off the mark. Drews and Job trying to keep it alive. Loose ball, Washburn comes down with it. Washburn into the lane. And now he'll dribble it out. Balatovich double teamed. Skip pass into the far corner. 3-ball attempt by Horner is off the mark. And Bryce Drews got the rebound. Him and Balatovich were battling for it. And Phillip is going to get called for the foul for Balatovich, his first. Good inside position there by Jonathan. Or by Bryce Drews, I should say. Oh, that was Zapinski as he comes out of the game. Blue Jays with the ball, trailing by 2 here as we approach the 2-minute mark. Firebirds 6 of 13 from behind the arc here in this first half. Speaking of behind the arc, Wes Hooker's 3, no. Job had the offensive rebound, lost it to Balatovich. Drive comes up a little bit short. Militello with the rebound. Nice pass ahead to Drews and a reach in on Washburn. Josh's second. See a nice outlet ahead by Militello, and there's the reach in on Washburn. 4th team foul. It's the 2nd personal foul against Josh Washburn. Checking back in is number 40, Nemi Astic. For the Firebirds. As I mentioned earlier, Hunter Merritt will not play tonight for the Blue Jays. Injured his ankle on Tuesday night. Militello with the pump fake, and he traveled. Garrett Horner closed out on Jay. He gave a little bit of a head fake right there and shuffled his feet just a tad and got called for the travel. 1:35 to go here in this first half. That 3-ball is an air ball into the hands of Jay Militello. Jay works around a Job screen, steps back, takes the 3, and that's no good. Rebound pulled down by T.J. Best. Best looks over at Coach Jurakovic to get the play. Whipping it inside to Ostic, who drops it off to Balatovich, and it's stolen. Militello ahead to Drews. Drews drove baseline, the defender went down, no call. Johnson in the lane, Ocean goes up, and there's the foul. Good take by Ocean Johnson as he took it hard to the hoop. Johnson, a 6'2 sophomore. Schiller Park is his hometown, went to Leiden High School. And so Ocean Johnson, a 68% free throw shooter, to the line, and he will have a pair. Six points now for Ocean Johnson. Ocean with a 13-point effort on Tuesday night up in Rock Island. Misses the second free throw, but there's a whistle. And it looked like it's a lane violation against Carthage, so Ocean will get another opportunity here. Yeah, he went 4 for 6 from downtown in that win on Tuesday night against Augustana. Elmhurst as a team was 14 of 27 from behind the arc, 52% against Augustana on Tuesday night, as Johnson officially will go down his 2 made free throws. He's got 7, and we're tied at 36. Kicking it out, TJ Best will launch the triple. That's no good. Good rebound. Ocean Johnson really got up for that one. Shot clock turned off, 20 seconds remaining in the half. Jay holding. Passes it to Drews. Top of the key now is Hooker. 4 seconds to go. Jay leans in, puts up a tough shot, one-handed shot at the buzzer. And it comes up short. So 20 minutes in the books here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. Blue Jays and the Firebirds. And we're deadlocked at 36. We'll take a timeout, come back and recap the first half. We'll bring you second half action as well. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
For nearly 150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
Embark on a journey to a new future with an advanced degree from Elmhurst University. Whether you want to take your career to the next level or discover an entirely new direction, Elmhurst University has a graduate program for you.
12% of our population have a master's degree.
We're in a period of specialized master's degrees.
The advanced degree is a time to get more specific into some areas that you're interested in.
I believe that when you're looking for a graduate degree, you have to be ready.
You need to do some exploration up front to get some idea of what's possible, what people on the outside want and are interested in, and to begin to think about how that may match with your own abilities and interests.
Spend some time thinking about what they're passionate about, what they really enjoy, and what they want to learn more about.
But it's people that may want to better themselves in their career. They might want to look to another industry or maybe even another career. But many are coming just for that personal achievement. It's something they always wanted to do.
At Elmhurst, we believe the educational journey should be student-centered. You'll notice that difference from the moment you connect with us. You'll join a network of professionals and peers who will support you throughout your studies and your career, connecting you with employers all over the Chicago area. You'll hit the ground running, tested, proven, and ready.
I think part of the reason that a person would want to go to graduate school is so that they can get launched into their professional niche. We're able to really get to know our students personally and professionally and really challenge them, push them, and support them in all the ways that graduate students need support.
And we're also in a good position to help you clarify for yourself what your goals are, what your strengths are, what the possible matches might be for when you're done, and we will work with you to do that. So that sort of personal touch, I think, is more than just a saying here. I think it's very real in the way that we relate and interact with all of our students.
And we also help with job placement. The CPE, the Center for Professional Excellence, has been good in helping with resume building, job interviews, whatever it may take.
Our program directors will support you through every step of your journey. Elmhurst faculty aren't just experts in their fields, they're dedicated to expanding your reach with fieldwork, professional connections, and real-world experiences.
We know you. I, as program director, know every single individual who's in the program. I know why they're here. I know what they're looking to do. I know their stories. I know when situations come up that might require us to be a bit flexible and adaptable.
We really have a lot of fun, and we're really good at supporting our students through this rigorous program.
The teachers are phenomenal. I can't ask for a better school to go to.
By train or by car, from city or suburbs, our campus is easily accessible, and our proximity to Chicago, a world-class metropolitan center, means lots of opportunity for consulting projects, networking, and career advancement. You'll love the flexibility of part-time and evening options that allow you to move at the pace that works for you. In fact, some programs are offered entirely online.
We're easily able to give individualized attention to our students. We can really personalize their education.
Also connect our students with our alumni, building those relationships with their peers, building those relationships with their faculty members. Those students are able to make those connections and build lasting relationships for the future.
One of the things that inspired me within Elmhurst is to take on bigger responsibilities. I'm taking a lot of experience from the things that everyone else has done and from this cohort and from Elmhurst and trying to develop this in our company. So Overall, it's been a great experience.
You know, if your company now values you, just wait until after you go through the full program. There's absolutely no way I would be able to do what I'm doing now without this program.
Built on 150 years of preparing students for successful careers and lives, Elmhurst University is well equipped for the future. So come tour our historic Arboretum campus and check out our top-notch facilities, from our state-of-the-art nursing simulation center to our speech-language hearing clinic and our small hands-on classrooms. You'll gain the skills you need to succeed.
Graduate school is affordable, and I think more to the point is a good value.
I think it's an investment in your future and an investment in a field that you are passionate about and want to pursue.
We know that going to college is a huge investment. You put your trust and time in Elmhurst University, and we do the same. You invest in us, and we invest in you.
I love to tell students not to look back. You want to always look forward, and they tend to gain momentum as they get into the program. At the end, it's just a wonderful thing when you're handed that diploma and you're able to celebrate with all your friends and family.
Pursue your graduate work at Elmhurst University and take that life-changing journey to your successful future.
My name is Michael. I'm a senior here. I study special education, and I'm a first-generation college student.
My name is Lauren Berryhill. I'm a junior, and I'm a music education major.
My name is Sarah Jean Dickey. I am a double major in mathematics and computer science with a minor in Spanish, and I'm a senior.
My name is Raniel Morales. I'm a freshman, and I'm a psychology major.
I transferred to Elmhurst because I like the small class sizes, and I really value that professor-student relationship that I knew that I was going to get here.
When I was looking at other colleges, it just didn't feel like people cared and wanted you there the same way that when you came to Elmhurst. They just really wanted you to be there and to learn and grow, and I felt like I would be comfortable coming here, but also be pushed in so many ways to grow and become better.
I already knew some people who went here, and I'd visit a couple of times just to hang out with them. I just really liked being around them and being here. And the campus itself is absolutely beautiful.
My sister did go to school here as well. I kind of already knew the campus a little bit, knew it was a great school. I'm glad I chose Elmhurst because it was probably the best place for me, and it was the best monetary decision as well.
When I first transferred, I lived in apartments, but now I live in Stanger, and I really couldn't picture it any other way. Like, I love being on campus. There's just something about rolling out of bed and going to class that I love.
I started out in Schick my freshman year here. I moved to Niebuhr halfway through. I lived in Schick my sophomore year as well, and I've been living in an on-campus house on Myrtle for the past 2 years, and I love it there.
I've actually only lived in Cureton Hall all 3 years. I really could stay there my 4th year and be fine.
I love the community that it brought, that you were one room away from your friends, you were eating dinner on campus together almost every night, and just that there were different opportunities within the residence halls.
A day in the life is pretty hectic. Most music ed majors, their classes are in the mornings and then their ensembles are in the afternoon. So I'm pretty much boom, 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 thing to thing to thing.
I'm a morning person, so whether I have class in the morning or not, I like to wake up a little bit on the earlier side.
So I'd wake up at 5:30, practice, eat breakfast quickly, go to my 9 a.m.
Probably have class till around noon. And depending on the day, I'll probably head out to the local middle school to take some time with my students there, go to the library to do some homework, and then I also work at the library.
Get out of class, go home, change, go directly to work.
I'll usually have work later in the afternoon, and then eat dinner, maybe do some more homework, watch a movie.
Get a dinner or some snacks at the Roost, and then head back to my dorm to do some homework and head to bed.
Usually I spend time with my friends at night, and that's when I get to catch up on what's going on.
My favorite place on campus is on the 3rd floor of the education department. It's the best place to study with the best view.
I have 2 favorite places on campus. One is my house, but I also love the conference room in Daniels.
My favorite place would be the cafeteria.
Sitting in Founders, I love to sit at one of those tables and do homework. You can be in there to have fun, you can be in there to study, and the vibe can be whatever you want it to be.
Out of the 4 classes that I took this past semester, my favorite class was acting. The professor was Dr. Tony Noyce. He is such a character. He's so awesome to be around. It was such a fun experience.
And my favorite class was probably linear algebra with Dr. Crawford. It was part theory and part computation, which I really liked how it pulled those 2 concepts together. And Dr. Crawford is just an amazing teacher. I've had her almost every semester since I've been here.
Post-colonial theory with Dr. Janice Lively, and that class had me thinking about it like all day.
Music theory class, which is probably an interesting choice because it was at 8 a.m. every single day my freshman year, both semesters, which no one likes 8 a.m.s in college. My professor, Mr. Streeter, is incredible, and my class became more of a community than anything. It was a really nice way to come into college, and honestly, my best friends came out of that class.
One of my favorite activities is the honors program. I've been involved with it all 4 years that I've been on campus here. I'm also involved in Alpha Phi Omega here on campus. You do a lot of service in the community. You get to build relationships with people in the organization, and you get to do a lot of leadership activities.
I've been involved in lots of student groups on campus, all the choral ensembles, the vocal ensembles, and I loved being in late night blues, vocal jazz. We just had a lot of fun and really bonded with each other. I'm also a member of Phi Mu. It's a really fun way to meet people, but also to give back to others that need it.
My favorite organizations that I've been a part of is definitely the Black Student Union, because I really like what they're doing for the campus overall and the social justice issues that they're pursuing on campus.
I'm pretty much just involved with running. I'm really proud to be a Blue Jay because it's an amazing community. Blue also looks really nice when we're running, so it's awesome.
Love being a student ambassador in the Office of Admissions. It's really great because I get to give tours to all these potential students, whether they're first years or transfers.
I'm a CA for the ELSA students, which basically means that I live in the dorms that they also live in to provide any extra support that they might need. And I'm really proud to be part of this program, especially because it's one of the few in the country. And it's awesome because I work with students with disabilities in classrooms, and they always ask me, oh, can I go to Elmhurst? And I can say confidently, yes, you can go to Elmhurst.
When I cross the stage at graduation, I'll be most proud of all the research that I've done. I didn't come into college with the intention to do that. I fell in love with the idea of research and the process of doing research.
It's just incredible to look back and think that Elmhurst has done so much for me already, and I think that's what I'll be most proud of, to think just who I've become and who I want to be still.
I think what I would remember most fondly are obviously my friends that I've made.
Making memories with those friends in really interesting places that normally wouldn't be so exciting, but they are because you love each other and you get to know each other so well.
Between the professors and the friends that I've made, I think that will stay with me the rest of my life.
People who give back to Elmhurst, you're not only helping me, you're helping my family grow as well. Me graduating college and being the first one to graduate means that hopefully others in my family, like my nephews and nieces, can see that and want to come to a school like Elmhurst.
So when you give money to Elmhurst, you're giving these students the experience of a lifetime and the ability to become who they're meant to be.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to change our lives.
Back live here at R.A. Fagnall Hall as we are moments away from getting the second half underway here. Mark Kruger bringing you all the action. We are tied at 36. As we go over the numbers here from the first half, Elmhurst out rebounding Carthage in that first half, 21-20. The Blue Jays shot 14 of 37 from the field for 38%. Carthage 14 of 32 for 44%. Not a lot of turnovers. It was a well-played first half. Carthage with just 7 first half turnovers. The Blue Jays with just 4. Leading scorers, Jay Militello, he nearly had a double-double in that first half. 13 points, 8 rebounds. He was 5 of 10 from the field and 3 for 6 from behind the arc. Ocean Johnson chipped in with 7 first half points for the Blue Jays. Wes Hooker comes off the bench with 5 points. Meanwhile, for the Firebirds, the leading scorer for them was Josh Washburn. He hit a couple of threes in that first half, finished with 8 points. Garrett Horner, the freshman, with 7. Sean Johnson and Luke Barrich, each with 6 points for the Firebirds. We do have a halftime score up in Kenosha. The women's game between Elmhurst and Carthage, and Tethny Carrillo's Blue Jays leading 35-29. Senior Courtney O'Donnell with 10 first half points. Courtney will be honored on Saturday afternoon along with the other seniors for the women's game. It will be senior day, and we will bring that game live for you Saturday afternoon. That's a 2 o'clock tip-off, the women's game between Elmhurst and Carthage. That's the first of a doubleheader as far as Blue Jay athletics go on Saturday. Saturday night at 6 o'clock, we will also bring you lacrosse, men's lacrosse game from Langhorst Field against the Milwaukee School of Engineering. And again, there's no fans allowed at either one of those two events. So make sure you are logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Again, Saturday, a doubleheader, women's basketball at 2 o'clock, men's lacrosse at 6 p.m. on Saturday. All right, here we go. Second half underway from R.A. Fagina Hall. Same starters out on the floor for both teams. Jonathan Sapinski going to the reverse. Jonathan now with 6 points. Both of these two teams very similar as far as the balance offensively. Very balanced offensive attack for both ball clubs. Backing in, and the shot a little too strong by Balatovich. Mentioned that this Carthage team beat North Central on Saturday. Jinko leaning in, now passes it out to Zapinski. Jonathan will take the triple. That one is off the mark. The Firebirds had 4 players in double figures in that win against the Cardinals. This guy right here, Johnson, was one of those 4 players. Oh, the putback is good by Balatovich. Philip Balatovich, he had 15 points, 11 rebounds on Saturday. Washburn had 21, as that shot is off by Ocean. TJ Best had 14, and Sean Johnson had 10 points. Contact, and now, boy, that was a late whistle, but they're going to hit Zapinski with a blocking foul. First team foul of the half, and for Zapinski, it's his second personal. Two teams met here at R.A. Fagina Hall last year on February 5th, and Carthage handed the Blue Jays one of their 5 losses. Nice take that time by Balatovich. Balatovich now with 8. Yeah, that game last year between these two teams, 81-77. Carthage got the win. Keenan Baltimore had 27 points for the Redmen. They were the Redmen last year. Oh, Johnson with a beautiful move. Balatovich got the block. Washburn between the leg dribble. Drops it off to Balatovich. Nice pass inside to Johnson, who lays it in. Balatovich with the assist. Sean Johnson now with 8 points, and boy, it is a 4-point lead here. 6-2 run by the Firebirds to start the second half. Levon Thomas faked the 3. Jinko, he will take the 3 and rattle it home. Dom Jinko buries the triple, and the Blue Jays are within 1. Yeah, that game last year, Levon Thomas, 23 points, 8 rebounds. Derek Dotlich had 19 points. Jake Rohde with 15 points for the Blue Jays last year on this floor. It's a 1-point lead here for the Firebirds. Balatovich will elevate for the 3. No, Jinko got the rebound. Chance now for the Blue Jays to take the lead here. Jinko with some fancy dribbling, kicks it out. Thomas wide open for the 3. Little too strong. Balatovich cleared for the Firebirds. Blue Jays man-to-man defensively. Balatovich double teamed. Washburn now will step back for the triple and hit. Wow. Josh Washburn, his third triple of the night. He's in double figures with 11, and the lead is 4 for the Firebirds. Johnson got the block on the drive by Jinko. It's going to go out of bounds to the Firebirds. Bryce Drews comes back into the game. He replaces Levon Thomas. Well, as I mentioned earlier, the two other games here at R.A. Fagnall Hall, they were both 2-point differentials. So you figure this one might be close as well. Balatovich, as they get it inside to Johnson. Jay Militello is on him. Balatovich's three is off. Militello got the rebound. Up top to Jenko. Militello now is the leading rebounder on this team. Thomas was the leading rebounder by 2 heading into tonight's game. Three ball by Drews is good. Bryce Drews buries the triple, his first points of the night, and the Blue Jays are within 1. 45-44. Johnson with a beautiful pass inside. Give the assist to Johnson and the lay-in by Garrett Horner. Horner now has 9. Both teams with balanced offensive scoring. Ocean on the drive. Ocean elevates, yes, and he was fouled. What a move by Ocean Johnson. Take another look at it here. He is so explosive. And a chance now to complete the three-point play. The foul is on Josh Washburn, and that is foul number 3 on the senior guard. Job comes in for Coach Baines, and right now Washburn is staying in the game with the 3 fouls. Tell you, I don't know who's more explosive going to the hoop, Ocean Johnson or Wes Hooker. Johnson completes the three-point play. Ocean now in double figures with 10. Mentioned Ocean with a 13-point effort on Tuesday night against Augustana, so he continues his fine play. Balatovich with the half hook shot. That's good. Tough shot by Philip Balatovich. He now is in double figures with 10. Firebirds by 2. 49-47. Drews off the glass, a little too strong. Battles for the rebound. Balatovich came away with it though. To Washburn. Josh quickly ahead. Into Johnson, guarded by Joe. Up top, the 3 ball by Horner. Front of the rim, no good. Firebirds will get another opportunity. Horner launches the triple, no. Job got the rebound. To Militello. Jay pushing it up. Blue Jays trailing by 2. Militello drives baseline to the reverse. No. Balatovich comes away with it for the Firebirds. Boy, Coach Jurakovic really has a lot of trust in Washburn, leaving him in there, the senior, with the 3 fouls. Johnson, I should say, with a nice move over Job, couldn't get it to go. Ibrahim got the rebound. Here's Jinko now on the hesitation move, kicks it out to Drews. Popping out is Jinko now. Working around at Job's screen. Gives it to Ibrahim. Ibrahim puts it up, too strong off the glass. Best comes away with it for the Firebirds. Best has it stolen by Jinko. 2-on-1. Has Job to his right. Pulls up from the free throw line and hits. Dom Jinko now with 7. He has worked so hard on that mid-range jumper. He has such a beautiful release. Has such confidence in shooting. He's got 7. As we are tied at 49 as it's knocked out of bounds. So we were tied at the half, 36 apiece. And now we're tied at 49. Wes Hooker back into the game. Thomas back in. Zapinski as well. .12:58 remaining in regulation. We're tied at 49. Blue Jays with a 5-game winning streak at stake here tonight. Miles Thomas into the game, a 6-foot sophomore from Chicago. Played his prep basketball at Leo. Under 13 minutes to go here in this one. Beautiful move inside to the reverse Ostick, and for Ostick, his first field goal of the game. That breaks the tie. 2-point lead for the Firebirds. .51-49 in favor of Carthage. Zapinski at the free throw line. Wes Hooker for 3. Yes. That triple by Hooker gives the Blue Jays the lead back. Wes now with 8. 52-51 as we seesaw back and forth. Washburn picked up his dribble in the corner. West with the reach in. It's just the third team foul for Hooker. It's his first personal. Check that, second team foul of the half. Just one team foul for the Firebirds. Blue Jays by 1 here. Balatovich, well, a little miscommunication. Ostick was looking up. He was battling position for the offensive rebound, and Balatovich intended to pass it to Ostick, and a little miscommunication, and the Firebirds turn it over. See if the Blue Jays can go on a bit of a run here. Thomas backing in on Ostick, and a foul. Yeah, Ostick at 190. It's going up against Thomas, who weighs 260. So there's about a 70-pound difference there. Ostick picks up the foul, his second. Each team with 2 team fouls here in the half. Oh, nice baseline move by Thomas. He goes up and was fouled. I believe it's going to be Ostick again. It is indeed, and that's number 3 on Ostick. Boy, that was the similar move by Thomas in that season opener against Carroll University that Thomas just couldn't quite get there and couldn't quite finish as the Blue Jays fell 72-70 to Carroll University. Thomas hits the free throw. Levon now with 3 points. Thomas makes both free throws. 4 points, 2 rebounds for Levon Thomas. It's a 3-point lead for the Blue Jays. 11:40 remaining here in this one. Let's get a stop here. Johnson backing in on Thomas. Oh, beautiful bounce pass and the lay-in. Boy, Johnson with a nice pass, and Kyle Surak got the easy lay-in. Surak with 5 as the Firebirds are within 1. Pulling up, right baseline shot is off by Jinko. And now the Firebirds can take the lead back. Surak at the top of the key. Guarded by Thomas. And it's knocked out of bounds. It will be Carthage ball here. 11:02 left. By the way, update in the women's game as Ocean Johnson returns for the Blue Jays. 5.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter up in Kenosha, and Carthage leads the Blue Jays 41-40. That's the women's side. The women's game tonight. Of course, the 2 women's teams will play here Saturday afternoon. It is senior day for the women. We'll bring you that game live at 2 o'clock. Oh, there's a beautiful move off the glass by Filip Balatovich. And a timeout taken by the Firebirds. So Balatovich now with 12, as with that bucket, that gives the Firebirds a 1-point lead, 55-54. Tonight's game, by the way, the 23rd meeting between these two ball clubs. Carthage has won 13 times. Elmhurst has won 9. Jay Militello with 13 points, all of them coming in the first half. So he's been shut out as the Firebirds have made a nice adjustment of guarding him here in the second half. We'll see if Jay can get a couple of points together here for the final 10:48 of this one. Ocean Johnson is in double figures with 10. Those are the two Blue Jays in double figures. Wes Hooker has 8. Dom Jinko has 7. Meanwhile, Philip Balatovich has a dozen to lead the Firebirds. Garrett Horner has 9. Sean Johnson with 8. Josh Washburn, by the way, I should mention, he's the other Firebird in double figures. He has 11. So 12 for Balatovich, Washburn with 11. So the Blue Jays with Jinko, Thomas, Johnson, Zapinski, and Wes Hooker out there for John Baines' ball club. Firebirds will fall back and play man-to-man defensively here. Popping out is Johnson. Jinko, beautiful spin move. That little scoop shot is short. Thomas got the offensive rebound. Johnson drives, partially blocked, tapped around, and finally into the hands of Washburn. Tough sequence there. Carthage with the ball and a 1-point lead as we approach the halfway mark of the second half. Washburn into Johnson. Johnson elevates over Thomas and hits. Sean Johnson becomes the third Firebird in double figures. Johnson now with 10. Johnson averages 12.6 points per game. Hooker's 3 is off. Zapinski got the rebound and a new 20-second shot clock for the Blue Jays. Drive by Johnson. He gets it back, however, and the two Johnsons wrapped each other up in the held ball. Possession arrow going to the Firebirds. Back into the game, TJ Best for Carthage. Jay Militello returns for John Baines as Jonathan Zapinski takes a breather here at the 9:42 mark. Good matchup there as Balatovich is guarded by Jay Militello. Balatovich now guarded by Thomas on the switch. Inside is stolen by Militello. Jay ahead to Jinko. Dom elevates from 10. Back of the iron, no good. Tip back, no good. Tip again. And Carthage comes away with it. Man, Wes Hooker had a couple of offensive taps trying to keep it alive. But Carthage comes away with it. We are at the 9-minute mark. Johnson going to work again on Thomas. And what's the call? I believe it's a little shove by Thomas. Take another look at it here. Yeah, a little body contact there, a little chest. Levon picking up the foul. That's only his first personal. Each team with 3 team fouls of the half. Balatovich again driving on Thomas. Contact, no call, but he kisses it off the glass. Balatovich, 10 of his 14 points coming here in the second half. Firebirds by 5. Blue Jays need a bucket here. Wes Hooker has it stolen from behind by Washburn. Washburn to Balatovich. Balatovich into the corner. TJ Best for 3 off the side of the backboard, and Hooker comes away with it. Hooker bounce pass to Johnson. Back to Johnson in the corner. He fakes the defender in the air. Thomas wide open for the 3, and he hits. Levon Thomas hits the triple, and the Blue Jays are within 2. Big bucket there by the senior. 7 for Levon Thomas. Blue Jays are within 2. Balanovich makes a tough shot. Guarded by Militello. 16 now for Filip Balanovich. He's the game-high scorer. Lead is back up to 4. Militello wants Thomas to set a screen. Janko faked the 3. 15 on the shot clock for the Blue Jays. Thomas backing in, backing in. Shot clock down to 6. Militello, beautiful drive off the glass and in. Jay Militello with his first field goal of the second half. He now has 15. Elmhurst University within 2. 61-59 as we approach the 7-minute mark of this one. Johnson going to work again on Thomas. Levon slaps it away. Jinko in transition. Dom has it blocked from behind. And now Carthage will walk it up. Balanovich and Militello, 2 of those players, CCIW Players of the Week for their respective ball clubs. Balanovich puts up the shot, no good. Washburn got Hooker in the air. His 3 won't go. Jinko got the rebound. And a timeout taken here. Elmhurst will take a timeout here with 6:28 remaining. 61-59 in favor of the Firebirds of Carthage. Well, while we got a moment here, we can update you of the women's game between these 2 ball clubs. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Blue Jays have recaptured the lead. 46-43. Elmhurst leads Carthage on the women's side. That ball game being played tonight up in Kenosha. Special thanks to the Director of Sports Information here at Elmhurst University, Kevin Jude, and his assistant, CJ Calante, for their efforts in getting us all of the rosters, the stats, the game notes for tonight's game. Also like to thank Ashley Liljeberg, our producer and director, our engineer, audio coordinator, and our camera operator. She does a little bit of everything. Her dad, Glenn Liljeberg, executive producer of Suncom.tv, the official videographer of Elmhurst University. We thank all of those folks for their efforts in bringing you Blue Jay basketball tonight. Another thriller here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. As I mentioned, Elmhurst riding a 5-game winning streak. Carthage coming off of a victory on Saturday against the North Central College Cardinals. 71-68, that ball game at Gregory Arena. Not an easy place to come away with a victory. So Blue Jay ball now, trailing by 2. See if they can get a good shot after the timeout here. Johnson into the lane, lost it, got it back. Drew steps back for the 3. Back of the iron, no. Washburn got the long rebound. Well, Drew's got a good look at a 3. TJ Best drops it off to Johnson. Now he's guarded by Joe. And coming and double teaming Jinko, knocked it away, but Johnson got it back. Washburn on the drive, dishes it off to Johnson, goes up, partially blocked. Jinko in transition, looking ahead. Dom on the drive, lays it in. Oh, Jinko, the senior with a beautiful take to the hoop, 9 points for Jinko. And we're tied at 61. 5.5, oh, steal. Bryce Drews in transition, and he's, well, is it a foul or just out of bounds? I think they're gonna call a foul. Let's take another look at it here. Garrett Horner will get called for the foul. His first, it's the 4th team foul, and that'll put Bryce Drews to the line for the first time tonight. Trying to break the tie, and he cannot get the roll. He'll have one more. Jay Militello comes back into the game for Elmhurst. Also returning is Filip Balatovich, the sophomore for Carthage, to break the tie, and Drews does with that second free throw. Bryce with 4. Blue Jays by 1. 62-61. 5:20 to go in regulation. Into the corner, Balatovich. 3-ball attempt by Horner. That's no good. Tapped around, and Job got it to Dom Jinko. And Dom gets it across half court. Jinko veers off to the right. Popping up is Job. Coach Baines wants Job to come up, but instead it's Jinko elevating and nailing the triple. 12 points for Dom Jinko, 10 of his 12 coming here in the second half, and the Blue Jays lead by 4. 65-61. Boy, it wasn't too long ago that the Firebirds had a 5-point lead. And a held ball here as Balatovich got held up. Him and Jay Militello. Good defense by Jay. Take another look at it here. You see Jay coming from the top to giving some help to Ibrahim. And on the possession arrow, it's going to go to the Blue Jays here. Good defensive play by Militello. $15 points, 9 rebounds for Militello. Jay elevates from the elbow. That's no good. Balatovich got the rebound. We are at the 4-minute mark of this one. We are in for another good finish here, folks. Glad you're logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action. Blue Jay basketball. Washburn for 3, and he hits. Josh Washburn, his 4th from downtown. He has 14, and the lead is 1 for the Blue Jays. 65-64. 3.5 minutes left. Jinko drives baseline, got cut off. 7 to shoot. Ibrahim elevates, right baseline off the front of the rim, no good. Washburn with the rebound. And now the Firebirds with a chance to take the lead. TJ Best at the point. 3 minutes remaining in regulation. For the lead. Balatovich shot is off. Tapped out of bounds. It's going to go. Oh, it remain Firebirds ball. Off the hand of Militello. Thomas back in along with Ocean Johnson. Starting 5 out there for Coach Baines. They'll probably finish this game here. 2:52 left. Blue Jays by 1. Balatovich. Oh, and he was bumped, yep. Garrett Horner made the move to the hoop, and he was bumped by Ocean Johnson. For Ocean, that's his first personal foul. 4th team foul for Elmhurst University. Both teams, by the way, with 4 team fouls here in the second half. Each team has 3 timeouts left. 2:44 to go. Blue Jays by 1. Yeah, know where that guy is, Balatovich. Into the lane, spins, and hits. Filip Balatovich with his 7th field goal of the second half. He's got 18, and Carthage takes the lead. 66-65. Jinko for the lead. Too strong. TJ Best out in transition. Best over Jinko. Can't get it to go. Ocean Johnson with the rebound. We are at the 2-minute mark of this one. Blue Jays with the ball trailing by 1. Thomas drives on Johnson. Thomas puts it up and in. Oh my, up and over the 6'11 defender. And that bucket by Levon Thomas gives the Blue Jays a 1-point lead. Oh man, 67-66. What is it with the Blue Jays playing at home here? They're always close games. Oh, what a block! Here's Militello. 2-on-1 if he hurries. Sidesteps, puts up the shot, no good. Jinko got the rebound. Militello now to Thomas. Oh, Levon was going to take it against Johnson. Now he picks up his dribble. Johnson has it. Shot clock down to 8. Militello from 17. Johnson got the rebound. Under a minute to go. And it looks like, yep. Coach Jurakovic wants to talk things over a bit here. The first-year head coach, Steve Jurakovic. Wow. 55 seconds remaining in regulation. There's 25 seconds on the shot clock. It's Carthage ball. Blue Jays by 1, 67-66. Wow. What a finish. Just over 7 minutes to go up in Kenosha on the women's side. And the Blue Jays of Elmhurst lead 57-51 over Carthage. That's in the women's game. Here at the men's game, well, Carthage has the ball trailing by 1, 67-66. And you have to figure that Filip Baladovic, the sophomore, is going to get a look. 14 of his game-high 18 points coming here in the second half. He's just a very good, versatile player. He has proven that he can take it to the hoop. He can step back and hit the perimeter jumper. Also, Josh Washburn, watch for him behind the 3. He has 4 triples. For the Firebirds, he is the leader as far as three-point percentages go. He's at a 39% clip from behind the arc for the Firebirds. He's guarded by Militello. Jonathan Sapinski right now is on Baladovic. All right, here we go. Here's Baladovic, guarded by Sapinski. Baladovic backing him in. Blocked by Jonathan. A huge defensive play by Jonathan Sapinski. And now we've got a foul in the backcourt. TJ Best fouled Dom Jinko. For Best, that's only his first, and it's only the 5th team foul. 38 seconds to go. A fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock for the Blue Jays. So an 8-second differential. We'll see how the Blue Jays play it here. They're clinging to a 1-point lead. And there's a foul, again on Best. His second, it's the 6th team foul. There you see the reach. So the next foul for Carthage and the Blue Jays will be at the foul line. Keeping it in the hands of Jinko. He's one of your better free throw shooters. Dom, knocked away, and Jay Militello comes away with it. He's another good free throw shooter. And there's the foul by Washburn, and for Josh, his 4th. He's played most of the second half with the 3 fouls, so he's done a good job. But he picks up his 4th here, and Dom Jinko to the line, where he is an 80% free throw shooter on the year. His first trip to the foul line tonight, and he hits. The lead is 2, and why not? Always seems to be a 2-point difference here at home this season. Second free throw is good. 2 clutch free throws by Jinko. The lead is 3. 21 seconds to go. We'll see if Carthage calls another timeout, and they do. Best dribbles it into the front court. Coach Jurakovic wants to talk things over here. Shot clock has been turned off. There's 18.8 seconds to go in regulation. And I'm sure John Baines is talking to his ball club. Know who your three-point shooters are. And one of them certainly is number 12, Josh Washburn. He has hit with 4 triples tonight. Garrett Horner, the freshman, has 1 3-ball. Luke Barrich, number 25, he's a sophomore. He hit 2 3-balls in the first half for the Firebirds. So those are your three-point shooters. Of course, Carthage can take the 2 and try to foul and try to extend the game as much as possible. Boy, another great finish here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. 3 games have been played this season on the men's side, and all 3 have been close. The first 2 games decided by 2 points, and right now this game, it's a 3-point differential. Blue Jays lead 69-66. Elmhurst looking for its 6th straight win after dropping their season opener. All right, here we go. Firebirds ball. They'll start it in the backcourt as Best brings it up. Trailing by 3 are the Firebirds. And there's a foul. It's only the 5th team foul, so a good foul by Jinko. And they really have another foul to give here. And it's only the 15th foul, so I'm sure the Blue Jays will probably foul again here. 11.8 to go. Here's Best. Washburn will take the 3. It's short. Zapinski had it. And the clock has expired, and the officials look at each other, and that's it. Washburn put up a 3. It was a tough 3. Good pressure by Jay Militello. And once again, the Blue Jays come away with a close, hard-fought victory here at home. 69-66. The Blue Jays win, and the winning streak is now at 6. Wow. Another thriller here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. The Blue Jays now 6-1. Jay Militello finishes with 15 points. Dom Jinko finished with 14 points. Ocean Johnson in double figures with 10. Wes Hooker with 8. Balatovich had 18. Josh Washburn had 14. Sean Johnson had 10 for the Firebirds. So Carthage now 4-6 on the year. And Elmhurst, as I mentioned, improved to 6-1 on the season. We'll be back here at R.A. Fagnall Hall Saturday afternoon for the women's game as Elmhurst will take on Carthage. That is a 2 o'clock tip. And we'll also have a men's lacrosse game Saturday night at 6 o'clock as they take on the Milwaukee School of Engineer. That is a 6 o'clock face-off, men's lacrosse Saturday night. So again, your final score, the Blue Jays come away with a 3-point win here tonight, 69-66. Mark Kruger saying enjoy the rest of your night. So long, everybody.